Welcome to 100 Yards of Football. I'm your host, Vincent Turner. And today, my NFL draft prospect is Marr Chase, wide receiver out of Louisiana State University. If you like the video today, please come in and share it. And we'll surely appreciate it here at 100 Yards of Football. So let's talk about Mr. Chase. He opted out in 2020 and elected to stay and work out for his draft status in 2021. And I think he made a very excellent decision. So I'm going to go back and what he did in 2019. And what I like about this young man, he fits all the skills off the charts and being a top flight receiver in the National Football League. Let me start with his size. 6'1", 200 pounds. Start with his speed, a legitimate 4.4. The physicality to him is very outstanding. If you go back and look at his game film, he broke a lot of tackles in 2019. He's got everything you like in a receiver, his skill set, running routes, and his playmaking ability, I give an A+. But the most important thing I like about Marr Chase is his instinct in catching the football. He's one of the best receivers I've seen come in a long time that's able to catch the contest balls, the 50-50 balls. And boy, when you talk about competition, all they have to do is go back to 3 games in 2019. Let's start with Florida. 7 receptions, 127 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Go back to Alabama in the month of November. 6 receptions, 140 yards, 1 touchdown. Then in the national championship game against Clemson, 9 receptions, 221 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And you know what's so special about what Mr. Chase did? He did it against 3 guys that started in the National Football League last year. C.J. Henderson, first-round pick out of University of Florida in Jacksonville. Trayvon Diggs, second-round pick with the Dallas Cowboys. And then A.J. Terrell, who's a first-round pick with the Atlanta Falcons. Then think about this. When you look at comparison to day receivers, he's got a little bit of Amari Cooper in him. He's got a little bit of Robert Woods, who's right now playing in the playoffs with the Los Angeles Rams. And then he got the athletic ability of Kenny Golladay, who's with the Detroit Lions. And then look at the history of the school he played at Louisiana University. Can I say Andy Hamilton? Can I say Wendell Davis? Can I say Eric Martin? Can I say Tony Mouse? Can I say Eddie Henderson? Can I say Carlos Carson? Can I say about that young man that played last night with the Cleveland Browns who had a big win over the Pittsburgh Steelers in the playoffs last night, Mr. Jarvis Landry? And then there's Mr. Odell Beckham Jr. I'm not saying this, but when you look at Marr Chase, he might be the best of all those guys I just mentioned. Because think about this. He's the only receiver in LSU football history that went over 2,000 yards in 2 years. Then finally, when you look at the old school in the history, when you're comparing him, he reminds me so much of Haywood Jeffries. Remember him? He played with the great Houston Oilers and Warren Moon in that run and shoot. Then he's got the physicality of that young man that went to South Carolina, Sterling Sharp. Then he's got the ability of a young man that won 2 Super Bowl rings with the New York Giants, Hakeem Nicks. And finally, when you're talking about breaking tackles, and I've been watching this game for a long time in my 60 years. He reminds me of the young man that came out of Prairie View University, who was on that Super Bowl team, the Kansas City Chiefs, with Super Bowl IV, the great Otis Taylor. What you're looking at is Marr Chase, to me, he's the most complete receiver in 2021 NFL draft. He's a potential superstar. And then you want to talk about the production in 2019, 1,740 yards, 84 receptions, 20 touchdowns. Now think about this. The guy that just won the Heisman Trophy last week, Devontae Smith, had 105 receptions, 1,651 yards, and 20 touchdowns. Marr Chase, numbers were better in 2019. When you look at this guy, this is a guy that can go anywhere, fit in any offense, can play inside, outside the slot. And most of all, he can elevate and take your receiving unit to another level. So when I think about Marr Chase, he is a guy that he's a one-in-a-lifetime generation of talent that comes along. He played in the best conference in all of college football in 2019. He is the only guy, let me repeat, that have over 2,000 yards in 2 seasons at LSU that had all those great players, Hamilton, Beckham, Landry. I don't have to say no more. And the most important point, what I love about him, he's got the sheer instinct of catching the football and the exceptional balance of he's able to turn around 30, 40 yards in the air and be able to pull it. So when I think about Jamar Chase, I think about him, I'll go back to 1980. That was a song called Stump by the great Brothers Johnson out of Los Angeles, California. And all I can say is Jamar Chase is going to stomp all night to the neighborhood, which is the NFL. Jamar Chase, 2021 NFL Draft Prospect. If you like the video today, please come in and share it. I'm Vincent Turner of 100 Yards of Football, and have a blessed week.